Hey, what up, fellas? We're out here on the water with the mini boat with one goal: to catch some fish and cook them up for lunch right here on the water. And we've got some tasty stuff to cook up with right there. If we can catch them, it's gonna be good. Finally had some cold fronts roll through, so the fish should be fired up, but we're gonna have to find them first. And I figured out today, this guy right here is having a little bit of trouble. It's having trouble starting, and when it does, it kind of dies on idle. The responsible person would cancel the trip, but I'm already here. We're going fishing, man. So finally, we've had our couple of first semi-decent cold fronts. And as you can see, motor just died. And all that's gonna be is the low-speed jet in there that needs to get cleaned out. It's got tiny little holes. Anything gets in there, any little bit of corrosion, and those holes get plugged up. Conditions just look too good. We gotta stay. First spot we're trying out, right by the boat launch. As usual, I always have to try this spot just because it's so close. Might as well give it a shot. With this cooler weather and lower winds as well, the water cleans up nicely. So we got like perfect water clarity. Not super crystal clear, enough for the fish to see the baits, but not enough to make them super spooky. Here's mullet. They're freaking out. Got a couple different baits today. We got the bait caster rigged up with a newer bait from NLBN. Finally, they have a mid-sized paddle tail that's perfect for our waters. They have a lot of great, really small baits for sight casting and a lot of bigger baits for some big old jacks, bull redfish, snook. But now they have this guy, which is gonna be perfect for wade fishing, drift fishing our waters for reds and trout. And on our other rod, of course, we got the popping cork. Gonna put an NLBN shrimp on there if we have to use the popping cork. I can't believe it, dude. The absolute second you turn off your camera, that's when you hook up. It's insane. Threw up close on this grass line right here, just drifting into it, right on the edge. That's where this guy hit. It's a red. You can see that color coming through the water. First spot, we did not get a bite. This is a bigger red than he's fighting, if that makes any sense to you guys. Dang, that's like a good size red, dude. Holy, for a first fish? And I just let him get right next to the motor. Could have lost him easy. First fish of the day right here though. First spot did not work out. Not a single bite, I don't think. First cast at this new spot. When I was messing with my camera and he hit instantly. Come on, big fella. I kind of want to get this guy in. There might be more on this grass edge right here. Well, we're drifting too fast in this edge. I don't think we'll get another cast, but you can't tell though, with a little bit, even just a little bit cooler water, the fish have a lot more fight in them. They can fight for a lot longer. Woo! I'll trust my knot. Flip that boy in. Yeah, that's a pretty good red. That's like a 27, 26. Yeah, nice little fish right there. Not quite as big as I thought. Woo! Nice little fellow right there. First fish of the day. We gotta let him go, because he is. He's going back, because that's what he is, the first fish of the day. Woo! Nice, dude. With these changing weather conditions, this is my first time fishing since the water has cooled down a little bit. You just have to try different things and figure out what works. Top secret tip, if you want to get better at fishing for free, if you're catching a structure like potholes, pick a tiny part of that and try to cast directly to it. It's gonna make you better with your accuracy. If you're just blind casting, maybe you can't even see the structure. Pick a spot in the water and try and hit that spot exactly. That way you just get a more accurate cast just by doing nothing. Is this a fish? Oh my gosh. Yeah, LG. I've been getting little bites and I'm just not setting the hook. Don't bite me, little bro. Oh, little bite. There he is. Oh, that guy got it. I don't know. I was gonna say, felt like a trout bite, but it's got a little weight to him. And a little bit of fight too. Let's see, this might be a nice, that's a nice trout, dude. Pretty nice trout. Holy. It's looking like today, I don't know how big, but today we're just going off grass lines is the ticket. Pretty decent. I thought he could have gone a little bit bigger. Good fight though for a speckler. Sheesh, she ate it up. Yeah, but the grass lines is the only thing that's been providing. Not even like deeper potholes, haven't been getting any bites at all. Just these grass lines. We're on a different one now. And there's still a lot left. A little bit of a solid trout right there. Maybe 20 inches. 19. Oh man, I'm sorry fella. You're a keeper and you're a delicious fish. So we're gonna have to put this guy on the stringer. Been eating a lot of redfish lately, so now this is exactly the target species we were looking for. A nice speckler. I'm sorry, but you are going on the stringer. Even though it's a female. Woo. Oh, there's a bite. Wow, I had to catch up to that guy. Now we're, oh, is it a trout? That's another decent trout, dude. Up shallow. On this grass line again. We came back to one we were at previously. Usually when trout are up this shallow, it's either gonna be a half decent one or a super tiny one. This is a half decent guy. Oh, and he's lucky. Woo! Yes, I'm telling you. He's lucky we already got our keeper. It's probably about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. About the same, 19. Nice little trout. I'll take that any day. Oh, speckled trout, little speckled trout right there. Now we just need to catch a monster 29-incher, maybe in this same area. You're lucky, fella. See ya. Thanks for the bite, though. Oh, there's a fish. I broke off, dude. What? The real question is, what fish did we break off on? We did just see that red. About 30 seconds later, got a bite and broke off. But obviously, the braid shouldn't break that easily. It must have got clipped by something. Ladyfish, oyster. Now, we gotta find a spot for lunch. Maybe a beautiful beach. It's funny. I was just cruising along and I saw this floating net. It looked like a nice little net. So I'm gonna go grab it. But when I stopped, I just see like some nice, I saw like a 20-inch trout and then like a 25-inch redfish right in this spot. What are the odds? Let's see if this is a nice net. Oh, that's a pretty nice net right there. For free? For me? This is like an upgraded version of that wading net. The problem with those wading nets is they're not very deep. This one is still not very deep, but a little bit deeper with a longer handle. That's nice. One really nice thing about speckled trout is they're, first of all, very good tasting fish, but also super easy to flay. The reason for that is they don't have any crazy bones, but also they just have very small scales, so you don't have to worry about getting through those. They just cut right through them. I wouldn't say it's the easiest fish to flay. Actually, believe it or not, I think flounder is very easy to flay very well. Something about how you can just easily run the knife over those flounder bones. Even though you do have to use a different technique, it's always nice to get a little bit bigger of a trout to keep. Nothing too big, nothing over 20 inches, but once you get to those 17, 18 inches, they do have considerably more meat than those little 15 inchers. Get out of here. So here's what we got. We got some green onion, red onion, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, and a little bit of oil to fry up some fish. We got those fish fillets, so let's chop up the veggies. You know, when I first started cooking, I did not like the taste of ginger. I felt like it's a very overpowering taste, and it kind of is. But the more you eat it, the more you like it. And it's pretty satisfying just being able to use a spoon to skin it. Just taking this thumb-sized piece of ginger, and we're gonna cut it thin. Thin one way and thin the other, just to julienne it. And then we're just gonna take our red onion and cut it into some wedges. And finally, we got our green onions. Usually HEB has some little tiny, little skinny green onions, but these are some thick boys. I'm actually not sure which one is supposed to be better, but shoot, I might have to cut these stems in half. For sure, I have to cut them in half. Now for our fish, we're gonna cut this up into bite-sized chunks, and then we're just gonna do the simplest of fries with it. Just a little, oh man, always with the wind in the outdoors, huh? White peps and a little bit of salt on there as well. Check it out, we even got the foldable forks ready to go. And we are going with the simplest batter, just all-purpose flour. And then we're just gonna mix that up. We are bringing back the powerful mini stove for our heat. Pro tip, using a burner outside, never forget your heat shield. I forgot mine, but at least we have the makeshift cutting board to block the wind, letting it heat up. Going in with the fish, it's only gonna take, I would say it would only take about 2 minutes on each side, but since we are outdoors without our proper windshield, it might take an extra 20-30 seconds. That's our fish done. Now we just need to do the veggies and aromatics and just a little bit of leftover oil. Starting off with the garlic and ginger first for about 30-45 seconds, and then we'll add the rest in. Woo! That's hot, boy. Then we'll add the stem part of the green onions and our red onions. About half a cup of water, a tablespoon and a half of oyster sauce, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Going in. Then for the sweetness, just about a tablespoon of sugar in there. More if you like it sweeter. And now we just let that sauce cook down for a couple minutes. Finally, we add our fish and the rest of our green onions. And just give that a mix. And there it is, some ginger garlic, green onion, fried fish, fried speckled trout. Yes, sir. And the biggest takeaways of the day are to fish grass lines and don't forget your wind blocker when you're cooking outside. Because if you do forget it, everything's gonna take an extra 2, 3, 4 minutes to cook. Man, that ginger hits, man. It is a strong flavor, but it's good. Hey, thank you guys for watching the video. I love y'all very much. I'm gonna try and catch a couple more fish. Unfortunately, I am on my last battery and it's at about 4%, so it might be about to die. So that was a joke, but it is on 4%, so I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys next time.